Welcome in. Welcome to Auntie Chats and Tarot. Here we go. I feel like we need to whisper, like it's an intimate setting here. I don't know why. Welcome in, Cappies. Let's start with you guys, okay? Let's get right to it. And the cards speak. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Cards speaking right away. Is owl. Do you have an affinity for owls, or maybe the great horned owl is spirit animal or something you feel guided by or close with? The Devil in the reverse, the Eight of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles. Something is in sync after you have released a toxic situation. Letting go of the toxicity here brings a synchronicity here, like things start rolling that was slow before, and they follow some sort of synced up patterns. Good, yeah, good energy here. After releasing something toxic that wasn't moving, you were kind of feeling stuck there, I think. What else, Cappies? Thank you to all of you who have supported this channel. Victory! Six of Wands. Yeah, I really appreciate the like, shares, subscribes, the comments. Thank you. And let's remember, you are in charge of what you let in and what you don't. So just take what resonates here in this message and leave the rest. Yeah, victory here. Things are succinctly falling into place. There's victory, but you've made a concerted effort, or maybe I'm even feeling like some of you aren't even aware that the toxicity has left. It's left. You know, maybe it's been a situation that's been out of your control, but it has left. Stuck energy moves now. Justice. This is your justice. Yeah. I think for some of you, you don't even know that this has been done for you behind the scenes. What is this, Spirit? Ace of Pentacles, it's a new beginning. And this card talks about Spirit giving you, handing over a new beginning. Yeah, it's like energy of it's your time. This landed in the reverse, the Ace of Cups in the reverse. And I feel like we need to change up the lighting even. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, something kind of blue, maybe. Let's get a little bit further with this Ace of Cups in the reverse. Time for you is kind of slowing down. You're normally in a rush. Things are slowing down. They're either doing this by design and you're kind of morphing to it or adapting to it, or you are doing this by design. Four of Cups with the Ace of Cups in the reverse. Flip and switch the roles if you need to here. You were always feeling rejected. There's something about energy that was stuck where you felt like you were not going to be the one picked, or you were always going to be rejected, or everything that you wanted. The biggies in life, just call it. It's not going to happen. Something like that. But again, I see the divine handing, or what you perceive as a higher power here, handing something over to you that's justice. Things flow now. Things flow. Things flow. Things get brighter. Things get more positive here. Strength in the reverse. King of Wands. I think somebody really dynamic has been wanting to approach you, but they haven't had the strength to do that. With the High Priestess, I feel like you know who this is. This moves along now. I think it's totally different from the backstory here of relinquishing or toxicity being released, but it does kind of coincide with things start moving now in a positive way for you. Two of Cups in the reverse. This is someone you may not have thought of, as a romantic partner, or, somebody who's going to be a significant relationship in your life. What is this? I'm getting a couple different scenarios here. What is this? King of Wands. Lacking confidence. The Lovers. I think this is talking in general about you're going to see some people that are quite dynamic, or the dynamics change here, and you're going to have some people approach you romantically or in a way that is a significant relationship to you where they didn't before. They didn't have the courage. They didn't have their family or their life ironed out. And you instinctively felt like they were not for you. But I feel like some of these are going to surprise you and be people for you for the long haul, for the long term. And there'll be choices here. Knight of Cups. Yeah, I see quite a few people approaching you now in a love type of scenario, bringing their cup of love. Friendship. Romantic. Yeah, I was going to say, feeling very happy about this. You'll be very happy with who's approaching you. More than one person. The Sun here, yeah. Focus in on your happiness here. Just take this in stride. It doesn't have to be immediately defined as what it is. Just enjoy this. Three of Wands. In an area where you felt like you were being shortchanged. There wasn't justice here. You kept to, I really am going to stick to my guns here on the type of person I want to bring in. And I feel like you felt like that person wasn't coming in, or that type of person wasn't coming in. Now I think they do. And I feel like Spirit is also acknowledging, you stuck with your principles here of what you wanted to let in and what you didn't. And now it pays off for you. Nine of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, because there is some energy here of what you used to let in. And then you decided years ago, this is not going to happen. So there has been a period of rest or, something toxic getting in the way here of good relations reaching you. But remember, that toxicity has been released. The Five of Pentacles. Yeah, there was some downtime here where we have talked about this, where you were saying, okay, I'm throwing in the towel and what I wanted isn't coming in, and I'm just resolving to that fact. Knight of Wands in the reverse. Yeah. I feel like you were around people that were quick to make decisions, not stick around. Maybe they said they were going to stick around. They didn't. There's definitely a downtime. Not only with that type of energy, disappointing energy, but when you decided no more, and then there was kind of a period of being alone for some time, maybe. The Five of Swords and the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups in the reverse. But I feel like that downtime helped you to see that these people weren't necessarily for you. They were for what the relationship could do for them. And oftentimes very competitive energy I see here. People like to be competitive with you, Cappies. We see that often in the reads. Okay. Growth is out here now. My botanical oracles. Yeah, I see growth happening where you kind of resolve to, fine. If nothing happens in this area, fine, I move on. Yeah, sacred growth. This is that knowing that it's coming in and knowing that it wasn't for you, but certain people that you thought weren't for you have kind of gotten a different renewed life here going, and they come around again. I see new people as well as old might surprise you coming around. Sacred connections here, the long haul connections, the connections you've been waiting for, the connections you've been wanting that bring you happiness. Building blocks. It's a building again type of energy for sure. And I feel like building on your finances as well as your happiness. Yeah. And you may get kind of teary-eyed about this. The why, that card talks about, 31 might be a significant number. What are your motivations? I think in this case, a lot of you would say my motivations were to focus in on myself and what was good for me to let in, not what was good for somebody else. Was I good for them in their life? Sure. I see that you helped a lot of people, and just being by connection alone, you helped them with networking that they wouldn't have had otherwise. Now, I feel like you're not worried or upset about that so much as things that they promised you that they didn't adhere to. Chop wood here. This talks about some of the lonely days, some of the days that were just quite boring. But this picks up chaos and conflict, because you'd rather have had the boring days than the chaos and conflict. And some of you are coming from that, chaos and conflict. Final card here. But this is your justice now. What turns around? Things turn around. By the book. The never-ending story. The looking at how you were treating yourself, being very confined and being very hard on yourself. This is what's turned around. Co-creating and exchange of gifts. This was leaning into your spirit team and having that change your life. Having that be the focus, having that be the lead in your life. Again, the owl is significant, or something about having a bigger perspective on your life and who you let in. Yeah, I think that's been a turning point for you. The fates, as I split the deck. What's fated for you? And here's your soulmate. That follows. Fates and soulmate are together here. Might be somebody in the community. Again, there's quite a few people coming here with their cup of love. Some that you thought never would work out that are working out. They've gotten their act together here, or they've smoothed out things that needed to be smoothed out in their life, and they're approaching you in a different way as a different person. Be aware of messages that are asking you to act. There is some sort of leg up. You are on the right track. Yeah, enjoy the here and now. And again, the owl. There's something about the owl and your spirit team and the deep knowing that something's coming. And a deep knowing of thinking maybe some people weren't for you, and at that time they weren't. As I split our tarot deck, the Page of Pentacles is in the reverse here. You knew that they weren't for you. They weren't going to match what you were giving. Yeah, they were going to give very little. This is also a nod to those who gave very little. And it was a catalyst for you to decide, no, I'm not going by the book here anymore. And I'm not taking the blame here and having the rut thinking of what could I have done differently or what did I do wrong. But I'm looking to the future and what I will allow and what I won't allow in my life in the way of people and situations, and an exchange of gift here in particular, a big gift to give to yourself as you lean into your spirit team and you see your worth and you act accordingly, where you only let energy in that's for your highest good. That's your message, Capricorn. I think it's a real solid one. It's a good one. I see justice coming in for you as far as leaving a period that's been really kind of desolate in the way of people coming forward and sharing their cup of love, whether that's in friendship or otherwise. So good, exciting things, I feel, are coming. Sacred growth. Sacred growth in this area. That's your message, Cappy. Enjoy the here and now. Enjoy this time. Don't overthink it or give it titles or decide what it has to be immediately. Just enjoy it. We see this a couple of different ways from Spirit. And take in what helps you here. And what doesn't, let it go. It's for somebody else. Until next time, let's remember who we are and let's remember our self-worth, which is exactly what you've done here. You have reminded yourself of your self-worth and acted accordingly. And please do like, share, subscribe, comment. It helps the channel. I love the comments. I love the interaction. Thank you for joining me. Until next time.